What's going on, guys? It's Matt. I know it's been a little while, but I wanted to come back and do a video here talking about 10 key reasons of why you shouldn't be in medical device sales. Medical device sales is a great and amazing career. It's been awesome for me, but there are some reasons why maybe it wouldn't be beneficial for you, and I did want to talk about them today. So this is the first video that I have done in a while. I'm definitely not off of YouTube. I've just been working on some things that I think will actually enhance YouTube for the past couple months. So that should actually be released probably sometime around like July or August. So I'll fill you in all on that, but it'll be a lot more, comprehensive and help out YouTube a bit as well. And then also my regular W-2 job has gotten a little bit intense, so it's made the videos a little bit harder to shoot. But I did just want to say that I will be getting all back to it very soon and doing a lot more of the coaching calls. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So starting at number 10 is going to be you want a 9 to 5 job. Medical device sales will never be a 9 to 5 job. Just by definition, it really can't be because, surgeries happen, traumas happen, things happen with patients that things need attended to now. So a 9 to 5 job with medical device sales really won't happen. There's going to be times where you're not going to make it home from dinner. There's going to be times where you're going to get woken up in the middle of the night. So if that's something that's a non-negotiable for you, medical device sales will definitely be non-negotiable as well. And next one is going to be you don't handle pressure well. Medical device sales has so many high pressure environments, so many high stakes situations where patients are vulnerable, potentially on the table, or really anything in between. So you need to do a good job, and you need to be very focused on helping out these patients. And regardless, there's going to be a lot of high pressure situations that are going to happen in medical device sales. So if you want a job that's a little bit easier, you can do the same thing. And if you fail at it, there isn't as much of a risk to somebody else's life. Maybe another job would be for you. But if you do well in that high pressure situation and you really like that and making an impact, medical device sales could be great. So next up is you hate rejection. So you will get rejected a ton in medical device sales. I probably get rejected more times than not still to this day. I even get rejected by my own clients sometimes. Rejection is going to happen. It's all about how you bounce back from it. In medical device sales, if you can wake up every single day, every single morning, and have the same exact tenacity that you had the day before, even while getting rejected, you'll be just fine. But if rejection is something that just absolutely just makes, it just really just makes your blood boil and, you want to pucker up, med device sales is definitely not going to be for you. So next up is you're not willing to start at the bottom. Most all med device professionals, when they're getting into it at first, are going to be starting out in a position they might even view as low pay. They might not. I mean, if you're coming from a position where you were top dog in, you're probably going to be taking a pay cut to get into medical device sales, but you have to view it as an investment because if you don't, you're just going to view it as taking a pay cut. But majority of people that come into medical device sales years down the line, you're going to be in a much better financial situation than the current job you're probably at. Next up is going to be you don't like learning technical info. There's so many things that are technical in medical device sales. Sizes of plates, interbody cages, screws, rods. You got to know all of these things. You got to know how they could work in the human body. What to place in people at certain times if the surgeon asks you that question. What would work best in this situation, etc. So if you're not technical, medical device sales probably won't be for you. But I will say the good thing is I'm not really technical. I'm not like a home ec expert by any means, but if you're able to learn it, you can definitely learn it as well. But if it's something that's not really God-given in you and you have no desire to learn it, then maybe medical device sales is not for you. Next up is you need constant supervision. In medical device sales, you're going to be on your own a lot of the time. There's a lot of autonomy. You can't ask your senior rep to, watch you all the time because they have a job to do as well. So, you're going to have to learn some things on your own. You're going to have to come to the table with, your own agenda some of the time. So if you need someone to constantly tell you what to do, a medical device sales is definitely not for you. Next up is you're not confident in the OR. There is, I will say you're not confident or you're not comfortable in the OR because confidence takes a little bit of time to build. But if you're never going to be comfortable in the operating room, like patient on the table and all that makes you queasy, medical device sales is not going to be for you, plain and simple. Next up is going to be you just want to try it out. I see people do that all the time. They're like, hey, I want to give it a try. If you develop that mentality before you get into medical device sales and you say like, hey, I just want to try this out, that leaves room for error. And that also leaves room for, you might not give it your 100% best. When you're getting into a medical device sales job, you need to have the mentality of all or nothing. So you have to have the mentality of if this is going to work out and I need to figure out everything to do to make this work out. That's the only way in medical device sales that it's going to work, because if you have the narrative of any other way, like, hey, let me just try this out, that means that there is an alternative. And when you think that there is an alternative could be an easier option, and that's going to give you a way out. So I'm just saying, medical device sales, it should be all or nothing. Next up is going to be value predictability. Medical device sales is not going to be predictable. You could have your whole entire week planned out, and then a surgeon goes on vacation, surgeon falls ill, things with the patients mess up. Things happen all the time to change the game in medical device sales. So I will say your schedule will be predictable some of the time, but unpredictability happens frequently. And I think the number one reason to not get into med device sales is you only care about money, because there are so many other things in medical device sales that go into it, and there are so many other high-paying jobs out there that generate money that aren't nearly as hard, in my opinion, that if you only care about money and you don't really care about that patient on the table and helping out these physicians, you're going to ultimately swap to something else that can still generate a good amount of money, but it won't have to have as much work. So if you only care about money, medical device sales probably isn't for you. Medical device sales is a great way to make money. It does have a very high earning potential, but you do have to have other character traits to really stay in the game. So that's all I got for you in this one. I'm going to be making more videos, same as usual. If there's something you want to see or have a topic covered in the meantime, definitely leave me a comment down below, and I can try and cover it for you. So until next time.